was nothing. You had the Bud Light, the Lone Stars. That's all you had. There was no
Milwaukee's Best, Bush, Meister Brow.
30-pack of Lone Bud.
We were excited when it came out with the Bud Ice and the Miller Ice.
Bud Ice,
MD 2020s.
Ice House and Red Dog.
That was before 21.
Spare me the drama.
Mad Dog and Thunderbird. Yeah.
Boone's Farm.
And another good thing about our group that I really, really like is that there surprisingly are a lot of brewery owners and brewers in the group looking for consumer feedback.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whether or not they come out and say it, I mean, there are breweries that will contribute back into the group and educate as well. So that's part of this, this teaching circle that we're all kind of in this together, and we're all kind of moving in the right direction in promotion of craft beer, especially here in Houston. So
well,
I love it.
As some of these breweries that are new, as they're starting to kind of still get their foot underneath them, some have a couple of issues in production, and on the page, someone's real quick to look to post and be like, "Hey, has anyone else had this problem with these cans?" And you'll see some members from the brewery reach out and say, "Hey, this first time we've seen this issue, contact me via email. We'll get this thing sorted out." So I think the page kind of helps to kind of get some instant feedback, and in this case, fixing some immediate problems that could prove disastrous if not caught right there.
I think that's why it's so important to be honest too. I mean, if you don't like a beer, say you don't like it. Don't be a jerk about it. Say what you don't like about it. I just don't like it. Or
Absolutely,
like that,
yeah. I think our group is really, really good at giving opinions, and that's okay. Like, I'm not going to like the same beer as you, right? But we all have different tastes. But I'm not wrong, and you're not wrong. No one really is going to win that conversation of who, is this beer good or not? I mean, it's so relative. It's just like your perspective. It's your opinion. You can say, "Oh man, I love this beer. It's great," and the next person can say, "I think it's shit. I don't like the way it tastes," and that's all cool. That's what it should be about.
Yep.
Yeah, there's certain styles. For me, I don't really think of it as like this beer. I don't like this beer. I just maybe that style's not for me. That's kind of the way I look at it. I mean, there's certain styles I don't dig. There's a lot of styles I love. So yeah, but I think you're right though. I think that has been one cool thing about the Beer Tasting Houston group is it really hasn't been like hypercritical. And I think that's important, is not being over the top critical or, being negative. It's a real positive group.
Right. I mean, so negativity can be taken, different ways from different people. I think if you are honest about what you think and you just are treating people with respect, for example, this Ultra beer that we just tried, if I didn't like it, I would say it's not my thing. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
And it's not like a beer like this. It's not going to be everyone's thing, and that's what I let people know. I said, try it, sample it. If you like it, great. If you don't, that's fine. It's fair. There's a beer out there for everybody, but not every beer is for anybody.
That's right.
That's the best way
That's good. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah,
I like that.
And Sylvia, everybody hits the nail on the head with that. It's about being respectful. To everybody, and we keep the group rules pretty strict. Because of that reason right there. You got to be respectful to everybody.
Well, you don't want to have anyone new come in and be like, "Hey, check the first time trying Carbach Hopadillo," and they're like, "Oh my God, this beer's so good. I didn't think I could like IPAs." And then you have some big bully come in and be like, "Oh, well, I was drinking that 3 years ago. Where were you then?"
Yeah, you suck. You don't know what good beer tastes like. Yeah, that's not cool.
You try a hazy beer, and so it's like there's been some ups and downs with kind of getting a good hold on that, but I think for the most part now we've kind of set that precedent where it's it's fun to playfully jab at people. You're at a cook-off and the best thing you got to drink is a Dos Equis. And you post it online. We'll tease you for that. But if you're excited about the first time trying Boomtown Blonde from Spindle Tap, we're not necessarily going to shit on you for that.
Right. don't shit on anyone.
Yeah.
Rule number 8: don't shit on people.
Yeah. Not a good thing. No.
So one of the topics we kind of Sylvia and I talked about discussing today was just bottle shares in general, and that's one of the things that I've noticed is really kind of spun out of the group is just all these bottle shares, and I think Jonathan just the other day I think you had some free time and you were trying to get together a little bottle share on the spot. And kind of a sense of community. So are there any pointers for hosting a bottle share? Any rules? Any funny bottle share stories? Let's talk about bottle shares.
There's a lot of good ones on that point. Yeah.
As far as hosting goes, don't and
so what is a bottle share? Let's talk about that. So there's probably a lot of people that don't understand what a bottle share. And bottle shares are traditionally, within the craft beer, what did you call them? Enthusiast?
Yeah, enthusiast, the enthusiast world.
So the way I interpret a bottle share is, I've got a bunch of beers that I've picked up from a can release that I'm not going to drink by myself, but I want to share them with other people. I'll hold on to those, go to an event, open up some bottles, and bottle share really is just an opportunity to try and taste other beers in very small pours.
Yeah.
So you're not committing to a full, pint. You're just, hey, let me try this beer and see if I like it. I don't like it, And I've found so many breweries, like just from a bottle share, that I've been just wowed, completely floored by them, that I've actually sought out. From that.
So
it's
that's
a
the
good
fun part
promotion.
about, like, you kind of, in a sense, reap the benefits of someone else's hard work, because let's say you've got a friend in California that's telling you about this brewery, and so you get hooked up with these beers from California. Well, I've got a buddy in North Dakota, and then we just happen to have a free Friday night and say, hey, why don't you come on over and share some of those California beers, and I'll share some of these North Dakota beers. Next thing you know, you're chasing out these North Dakota beers, and then it's just so on and so on. It's a way to really get out there and discover just how many breweries are out there and how many different beers there are.
Another way I look at it too is it's kind of funny to me is it's kind of like a show and tell when you were a kid.
Man,
it's like, hey, you've got to check this out. It's so good. That kind of thing. So,
but it's share and tell.
Yeah, share and tell. There you go. Yeah, exactly right.
Ooh, I like that. You're onto something, John.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the shares that we do, the ones how I got heavily involved in the community, and I think even with the page, was like Spindletap Brewery. They're one of the ones who used to do can releases. People go and wait in line.
Mm-hmm.
So
line shares.
Saturday morning at 7 a.m., you're in line at a brewery that doesn't open until 10. And what are you going to do? You're there for beer, so what are you going to do? You're going to drink beer.
And you're picking up beer that you paid for 4 days earlier.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you crushed Eventbrite trying to do it.
In that case, if you're in line at 7 a.m. for the brewery that opens at 10, you probably didn't get the pre-sale.
That's true. Yeah.
Because your pre-sale is going to be guaranteed to you. Mm-hmm. So with my job, I was never able to get it on the pre-sale on Wednesday night, and that was our busiest night at my job at the time. And so I just gave up on trying because there was no signal. I was never guaranteed to just be able to step away for a couple of minutes. So I said, you know what? I'll just start going up there on Saturday. And after the first 2 times, I realized that, man, these guys are bringing beer up here and just a couple of random beers, like me. So they seem like they're having a lot of fun. And then so the next time, me being me, I was just like a little social butterfly.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
I was like, hey, you know what? It's like I'm just going to bring a couple beers up there, say hi to these people and see if I can't get it on some of these beers that they have. And that just took off from there. And then that slowly built up into me meeting other people, meeting new friends, learning about new beers, and just getting out there. And sooner or later, we started coordinating these bottle shares at can releases. We're all there to support the brewery for their special release that they're doing. So we're already there to buy their beer, and we want to drink beer, but we can't because they're not open yet. So we'll just have a big old party in the parking lot.
So one big thing too about shares, snacks.
You
got
lots of water.
Lots of water.
Rinsing glasses, so you can rinse your glasses between pours, so that if you want to jump from an IPA to a stout or whatever, then it won't taste weird.
If you get the wild hair of wanting some Mick Ultra, then you just mix the next beer into the water and you just kind of drink it that way.
Then it's exactly what it tasted like, really,
But bottle shares have been fun. They've gotten me a lot of friends. I've met a lot of people through them, whether we've done them at breweries or different places around town, or hosting them at your house. You ask, where can you find a bottle share? At your house, host one. Stack up on a couple of beers. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You just grab a couple of random things, invite some friends over, and say, hey, pick up some stuff, come over, we'll just hang out and talk beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Have a dance party.
You can do it.
Yeah, definitely. Karaoke party.
Karaoke, yeah.
You can post that same day, an hour earlier. Hey, I'm headed to so and so, and I'm going to have some beers to share or something like that. And people will show up,
Boom.
And
in a group as big as ours, there's always going to be someone available and wanting to drink some beer.
Exactly. So that, or you plan it way ahead of time, and you got 3 weeks to plan for it and get beer for it. So
Excellent. Well, hey, we're going to take another break. And I'm not even sure what we're going to talk about when we come back, but we'll figure it out.
I have an idea.
You have actually, I had an idea also, but we're going to go with yours. We'll be right back.
The Galactic Guys. Watch us on Facebook Live and YouTube. And don't forget to tell us how pretty we look. It's what your mother would want. No one knows your mom like the Galactic Guys. Go to vinyldraftradio.com.
What would you like from your bank or credit union? How about a mobile app that makes banking simple? How about free online banking and mobile bill pay? How about loan decisions made locally? How about 15 convenient locations? Associated Credit Union of Texas has all of these and more. Sounds like you should get associated. ACU of Texas, federally insured by the NCUA. For more info, visit acutx.org.
If you have a vehicle registered in Texas, you can join artists like Lyle Lovett, Pat Green, Randy Rogers, and more when you purchase a Texas Music license plate from the Texas DMV. $22 out of the $30 fee goes directly towards the Texas Music Office, which funds music lessons and instruments for under-resourced school children, as well as towards funding live music and community music programs all around the state. Just head to texasmusicoffice.com or the Texas DMV for more info on how to order your Texas Music specialty license plate.
Do you ever wonder how every single insurance company boasts about having the best rates for you? With so many companies, how is it possible that they all can have the best rates? Well, the reality is they're all telling the truth, kind of. You see, each insurance company has a target set of customers that they're looking for, so each company will have the best rates for someone. The challenge is finding the one that likes you the most. Perfect Policy evaluates you through more companies than any other insurance agent, and that's how they find the best policy for you. Contact Perfect Policy today.
Chuck's Sports Bar and Memorabilia in Leaf City is exactly what you picture a hometown bar to be. Watch the game with friends, great food, great drinks, and a friendly staff. Chuck's is also the home of Celebrity Bartender Nights, Open Mic Nights with Robert Del Toro, Karaoke Nights, and more. Chuck's is located at 601 East Main in Old League City, Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 11 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 4 to 1 a.m. Call 832-632-1325 or find them on Facebook, Chuck's Sports Bar, League City.
One of them just threw up in the men's room.
That's gross.
We're back to the Galactic Guys and the Galactic Coast Power Hour on Vinyl Draft Radio.
That is right. You're listening to the Galactic Coast Power Hour, and we're talking, as always, or almost always, beer. We got a bottle share going on next door. We just talked about bottle shares. We talked about the big news from Back Pew, and we're adding to our cast right now. We got our buddy Joe Sappington just joined us. Hey, thanks for joining us. How's the bottle share going up next door?
Going pretty good. We got some good beers over there.
Ooh, really?
Awesome. Oh, maybe I should have went over there.
Right?
And I see that we're passing around.
I think
something.
Jonathan was gonna open.
Yeah, I've got
up
one here. I know y'all are big on space, and I know it says in the opener, big space. Was it 45, 46?
46 now. Yeah,
46-year-old.
Space nerd.
I didn't edit that. But, so we've got here. It's from Celestial Beer Works.
Nice.
It's called Space Party.
Party.
And the label reads, "This double IPA was brewed with Comet hops that were launched 65,000 feet into the atmosphere on Exo Sarge S1, Mission 1, and with Strata and Citra hops that waited patiently on the ground."
Wow, nice.
hops in space in a beer.
Hops in space in a beer. It's John's favorite already.
Only a matter of time. Well, awesome, man. Let's pop that bad boy
pass
open.
that bad boy.
Yeah.
It looks hazy from this way.
Oh, it definitely is.
And Celestial, which is out of Dallas, has been knocking out some really, really great hazies lately. I'm really excited about it. Thank you.
And as the name
problem.
suggests, they kind of have a space theme going on, which is, always gets bonus points from us.
Yes, definitely. This is my second can. I have a buddy that lives out in Dallas.
I was about to ask, how'd you get the hookup? Thank you, Joe.
An old high school friend of mine, he found me randomly one night on Facebook and said, "Hey, man, I heard you like craft beer." And I was like, "Yeah, you should join this really awesome page." And he's like, "Well, I'm not from Houston." I said, "Bullcrap, join the page anyways." And he's like, "Perfect, I need a Houston trading buddy anyways." So
Nice.
his parents go and visit him like once a month. They live in LaPorte. And so he's like, "Yeah, anytime they come up, I'll let you know, and you send me some Houston stuff, and I'll send you back some Dallas stuff." So I got hooked up on the first can about a month and a half ago. I said, "Dude, this is super good. You've got to send me more." He goes, "Okay, fine. I'll send you 2 more."
Is his name Steven?
Stephen Madison.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah. He reached out to me, too, because I was like, ooh, that looks delicious. I'd love to have some.
I like that.
Yeah, this is a fantastic beer.
So again, with the whole community thing, like things like that, he's a part of the Beer Tasting Houston page, but him being in Dallas, he grew up here in Houston, and he'd love to come back, but he's got a nice job out there and family and a child and stuff. So he lives vicariously through us Houstonians.
Hey, Dallas is North Conroe. It's still
yeah. So if you're gonna go to somewhere, if you're gonna go like to